One of my favorite things about the Avalon is this back seat. This thing is absolutely a thing of beauty. There's a fantastic handle right there. I'm going to show you what that does. Watch the seat move up. See that? So that's all the way up. That's kind of like too straight. Hey everybody, Brock Frady here, helping you enjoy your ride. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this 2012 Toyota Avalon Limited. A really loaded Avalon. Has a lot of amazing equipment. It's actually a pretty big vehicle. We're going to go over the outside, the inside, the specs, and we'll end up in the driver's seat behind the wheel, and I'll show you how to operate the features inside the Avalon as well. Let's take a look at the key fob. You can see on the top you have lock, unlock, trunk, and panic alarm. For these two, for the trunk and the panic alarm, there's just over a 1 second delay. You can see it says hold there on the key fob. There's also a little key head there that's in the corner of the key fob. You can see also it says push right there. So you would push that, a physical key does pop out. And in the event that the battery dies in this, or you need to lock the glove box if you're using a valet driver at a hotel, then you can lock the glove box with this, put your personal items in there, give this to the valet driver. They cannot access your glove box. In the event that the battery dies in this though, you can take the key head here and you can put it right there. You see the little split? And you can turn that, it'll pop open and you can just replace it with a watch battery. I'm gonna press the trunk here. And let's take a look at the trunk. Really good sized trunk with a center trunk pass-through. You can see that. You can access that from the back seat. A little bit of storage area there in the very corner. And then you can lift the mat. There's your spare tire right there under there. Under the deck lid here, there is your backup camera. You have a little rubber button there, and that's what you're gonna use to open the trunk using the smart key system. So if you have this on your person, all you have to do is approach the Avalon and push this little rubber button underneath the lip, and it opens right up. There's a little black dot there, and there's also one here on the driver's side or on the driver's handle, and that's part of that smart access keyless system. So the way that works, I'm going to lock the doors, and now all I do is put the key fob in my pocket, or it can be in a purse. I can then just grab the door handle and it unlocks. I get in, I use the Avalon, I stop, park, then I get out, and all I need to do is push the little black button and the doors lock. The tire size is 215, 55, R17. Another really nice feature is a direct tire pressure monitor system, so the vehicle will let you know if one of the tires gets low. The curb weight of the Avalon is 3,572 pounds. It has a front track of 62.2 inches and a ground clearance of 5.3 inches. The height is 58.5 inches and the length is 197.6 inches. The maximum towing capacity is 1,000 pounds. I have no idea why you would want to tow anything with your Toyota Avalon, but if you did, you could tow up to 1,000 pounds. It has a rear track of 61.6 inches and a wheelbase of 111 inches. The width is 72.8 inches and the turning circle is 36.9 inches. The hood latch is going to be just to the right of the Toyota emblem. It's really easy to reach. And notice that it doesn't have a little arm that you have to stick up because it has these nice little shocks there. The Avalon was the first Toyota to use dual variable valve timing with intelligence in the US market in an all-new 3.5 liter 2GR FE V6 engine, and has a power output of 280 horsepower with a 0 to 60 time of 6 seconds flat. The engine's mated to a 5-speed sequential shift automatic transmission. Notice I said 280 horsepower. That's a little bit more horsepower than you may have been told of 268. I'll let you dig into the mystery of why it's actually 280. The oil fill is right here, and you can see that it says SAE 5W30. That means you're going to change that oil every 5,000 miles. You also want to rotate those tires on a 5,000 mile interval as well. battery is here on the right side. The relay and fuse box is right here to the far right of the battery. Breather box or your engine air filter with brake fluid right behind that, in that reservoir with the gold fluid there. Engine oil dipstick here. Windshield washer fluid all the way to the left. Coolant and power steering fluid. High intensity discharge headlights. Those things are so nice. You know, one of the nicest things about living in North Carolina and shooting in an afternoon in July is this humidity. I've been out here for like 10 minutes maybe. I'm pouring sweat and my hair is just ruined. It's frizzy, it's all over the place. My glasses are falling off my face. How am I supposed to get anything done with this? There are perforations in the seat. You can see the little holes, and that is not, they're not heated or ventilated or anything. They're just simply perforated to match the front seats, which are ventilated and heated. There are little dots here in the very bottom of the seat, and you can see that it's right there as well. That matches little dots over here on the passenger side, and that's going to be for a child safety seat. That's called a latch safety system, and there's like a big piece of metal. It's like a hook that you can latch a child safety seat belt to. Simulated wood grain here on the inside gives it a nice look. There are 4 automatic up and down window switches. All 4 windows in it are automatic one-touch up and down. So check this out. I have the seat adjusted for me to be driving up front, and then look at all that room that I have right here. That is fantastic room. This is the driver's seat, and we're looking at an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with lumbar and a seat cushion extender. The passenger seat is 4-way power adjustable. The seats are heated and ventilated. You can see that there are perforations there in the seat, bottom and back. The controls for the heated seats are going to be right there, little dials. The inside of the driver's door is really nice, and I have this pulled out for a reason, because this is actually easy to overlook, but it's really neat. That will pop out, and you can actually store a decent amount of little things down in there, but I like how that pops out. Set 1 and 2, that will memorize the seat position and also the power mirror position. And it's a really nice look, that simulated wood grain with black up at the top. And this is black so that it doesn't reflect the sun and kind of like blind you. So you notice that it corresponds with the black dash. And then you have a nice light gray touch here. Looks really nice. Looking from the driver's seat, the Avalon does so many things so well. It is just a beautiful layout. Everything is easy to reach. There are no hieroglyphics. You don't have to have a degree to understand how to work everything. Key fob is on me, so all you have to do is put your foot on the brake. You see the little green light in the start button. You just press that and release, and it starts right up. You can see how the navigation system just came up. The screen is big, it's bright, it's easy to understand. Directly below all of that is your climate control system with the 2 dials on the outermost portions for dual zone climate control. So in this one, you can activate and deactivate dual by pressing a button. You can see dual came up here, or you can activate it by just turning the dial. And you can press to deactivate dual zone climate control so that the driver has complete control of the cabin temperature. When you press auto, it makes it work like the central air in your house so that it will automatically maintain the temperature readout. Here I have it on low, but that says 65 now, just to give you a numerical value to it. Mode controls the fan direction. So you can see it's at the face right now. And so when I press mode, it changes the fan direction to face and foot, and defrost back to face. You do have temperature controls right here on your steering wheel, and I absolutely am crazy about that. I love that you can just control the temperature right there. Then you can press auto, and that is the same as pressing auto there on that button. Then you can press this to cut the whole system off. Voice controls are here, and then you have display, and when you press display, it's going to control the readout of the display that's embedded into the very bottom of the tachometer. So you can see that I'm pressing it now. On On the left side of the steering wheel are your steering wheel audio controls. So there's volume, presets, mode. You can cut it off by holding it, or you can change the mode, and modes are going to be FM, AM, satellite, CD, auxiliary. This is the shortcut to your Bluetooth screen. I'm going to press this off hook button right here, and I'm going to show you the screen. So that's the shortcut to the Bluetooth menu. If you did want to hook up your phone, you would just go to yes on the touch screen display, and now the vehicle's ready. You would make your phone ready through settings in your phone and pair it right up. It's going to take about 30 seconds. Really, really nice. On the right side here, you see where it says auto. It says mist, off, auto, low, and high. Auto is the automatic rain sensing wipers feature that I spoke about earlier. So when you have it in auto, it's going to pop down once. That is so nice. Did you hear those fantastic wipers? Gee, I wonder if these need to be replaced. That is fantastic. So you can see where it says auto. You just pull that down once, it activates auto, and they will cut on automatically as it starts to rain. And this is going to control the sensitivity of the auto. It's almost like an intermittent wiper control, but it's for the automatic rain sensing wipers. You pull the stalk toward you to wash the windshield off. And then on the left side, you have your turn signal stalk, and you have auto here as well. And that's going to be for the automatic headlights. So as the sun is going down, it can sense it, and it will automatically cut on your headlights as it begins to get dark. At the very bottom here, you have daytime running lights off. And that's going to cut off all the headlights. And so there's no headlights or anything on right now. I really prefer to leave them on auto so that at least during the day while you're driving, you have a daytime running light that is on. It helps your visibility, or people can see you better. And then it also, whenever it starts to get dark, they will cut on automatically. And then the inside ring here is a fog light. So always use your fog lights if it's raining or if it's just nasty outside. And then you can press this forward for the brights. The buttons that you're looking at right now, starting at the far left, is going to be for the fuel door. To the right of that is going to be for your trunk. And to the very right of that is going to be a power rear sunshade. This is such a cool feature. Check this out. I'm going to press this button and watch what happens. So take a look at the glass right behind me. That is a really neat feature. Looking down here at the center console, you can see that it's in park now. You have reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have a plus and a minus. So when you put in reverse, your backup camera pops up and you see that grid. It's got a blue grid with a red line. That blue grid allows you to back up into a parking space nice and straight. So your objective is going to be to put those blue lines on top of the white lines that make up your parking space. If you use this properly, you can basically park this thing more straight backwards than you can forward. That's really nice. And that red line is going to give you an idea of when to stop. That's kind of your max point of, you better stop right there, you're going to hit your bumper. You can see the bumper right there in the rear view. So that's really nice that they allow you to see the bumper as well for perspective. And then I'm going to shift down to drive. So that's regular drive. But then at any point, you can flip it over. So you do not have to stop or slow down or anything. You can just flip this over at any speed, and I'll show you what it looks like on the dash when you flip this over. See there it says D, so that you're driving, or drive mode. And then I can flip it over to the left, and it's gonna say S, so that's shifting. And it is a 6-speed sequential shift. What sequential shift means is that you can shift it over and you can change gears without a clutch using the stick. And this is what it looks like. That's upshift, and this is downshift. It says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sequential shift. Right now we're looking at the heated and ventilated seat controls. I'm gonna press that to pop it up. I'm gonna roll it all the way left. And now the ventilated portion of that seat is on, and you can see the little light right there. I can do the same here. So now I can actually feel air blowing up through the seat bottom and the seat back as well. I can roll it all the way to the right, and that's going to be for heat. When you press setup, this is how you're going to customize several features in the vehicle for your particular needs. So when you go to general, this is going to allow you to customize the settings in general. I can go vehicle, maintenance, and so this allows me to set maintenance reminders, and then voice. And you see it says voice volume.
Guidance will be at this volume. Guidance will be at this volume.
So that's really, really nice. I love that, how that works. And then navigation, detailed navigation settings, address book, areas to avoid, all really nice stuff. So that was only inside of setup. So get used to this, learn that, and you'll really learn how to enjoy your ride more. I just hit display. That allows you to control the brightness and the contrast, or cut the screen off. I can just hit map voice and it'll cut it right back on. There's a plus button here on the left bottom of the touch screen, minus button there, and this allows me to zoom in and out. So I just zoomed out there. Now I can press the plus button and zoom in. Then the way you're going to find a destination is by pressing the DEST or destination button. The way you're going to find a destination is according to one of these points. Also notice that you have quick points here. You have presets, go home, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can actually register your home right there. A recommendation that I have, do not put your actual address, home address, in the system as your home address. So if your home address is 123 Main Street, set it for 130 Main Street. The reason is because if somebody is able to grab your key, they can then see go home, go right to your house if they wish. Just a little tidbit there. One of the things that I forgot to mention about the back seat is that it has a flat floor. Look at that. I love that. So it's virtually a flat floor. There is a little bit of a hump, but that's so nice for the foot room of the third passenger. If you do have a third person that you're carrying back there, they have a place to put their feet. Okay, everybody, that's going to wrap up our look at the 2012 Toyota Avalon Limited. Thank you so much for watching. Also, if you like this video, if you enjoyed the content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so that when I make new videos, you'll be the first one to know. And remember, the most important thing of all, have a wonderful day, everybody.